Hello, I'm Jashikins, and I have finally sort of recovered from the latest Doctor Who episode, which is what I'm going to be talking about here. Now, this Doctor Who episode is the season premiere, and it starts off, and the Doctor Who episode is, of course, Asylum of the Daleks. So, those creepy-ass robots are back. And I'll admit, when I started Doctor Who, I wasn't that afraid of the Daleks. I was like, they look fucking hilarious. Oh, look at them trying to go up the stairs. And now I'm like... So, of course, the Daleks coming back for this episode, and a shitload of them. I was like, because I'm crazy and like pain, which is what I've been doing for the last couple days while outlining the internal stand. Yeah. Check it out in like 5 to 8 years. But anyways, this is of course a Dalek-centric episode. And just to warn you, this video will of course contain spoilers. And there's some pretty big one. So if you haven't yet watched the episode, watch it and then watch this video. Final warning. Whee! So anyways, this episode features the Daleks, and what I find most interesting is that Oswin, who I think is coming back, and I cannot wait because she is so awesome. She's hot. And she just has this bubbly personality. Like, really? So yeah, there's that. And the fact that she keeps on making souffles. And the doctor keeps on bringing up where you get the ingredients to get the souffles. You've been there for a year. And the doctor keeps on bringing this up. And the thing is, it would have been like a plot hole that would have been forgotten in any other TV show. Or like a good majority of them. But this one, it was an actual plot point, and it pointed to the fact that she is actually a Dalek. The Daleks wanted genius, so they transformed her, but she never stopped believing she was a human. And at the end of the day, she reacted like a human would and not a Dalek. So, Oswin's story in this episode, very awesome. I think she's supposed to be the Doctor's new companion, so I can't wait to see how that will turn out. And I ran out of milk. Also, some of those who like how Amy Pond looks, this episode begins with a photo shoot. So she's all turning her head and looking sexy, and there's an excuse. It's a photo shoot. And you find out that her and Rory are, broken apart. They're divorced. And it was just like, why? But, of course, by the end of the episode, they reconcile, why Amy broke up with Rory, and they're back together again. And it's like, very moving scene. All throughout the episode, you see them sort of be at fighting against one another, and by the end, when Rory says, I love you so much, it'll stop me from becoming a Dalek, but you don't have that strength, and putting that on, and like, you broke up with me, so I know your love isn't great enough, so I'm going to go ahead. So it's just, oh God. R2. It was a very, very sweet, touching moment. It was sweet and touching, and yeah. So I like that they finally got back together, and how they got together back together was good. I like that scene. Now the Doctor. So the Doctor, of course, is called on by the Daleks to wait for it, because anyone who's a Doctor Who fan will be at shock at this point. The Doctor is called to save them, because it turns out that they don't want the insane Daleks on there, so they send the Doctor down to help, destroy the planet that the insane Daleks are on. So yeah, and at the end it seems that the Daleks sort of double-crossed them, but the Doctor Who basically goes, "See ya!" and leaves in his TARDIS. And how they all get there, they're all captured in different ways. The Doctor's captured, then Amy Pond is captured, and then Rory is finally captured. Poor guy was, going through a divorce and just leaving on a bus. Oh, poor guy. Of course, one of the interesting points that brings up is that the Daleks are now able to change living creatures into at least partial Daleks, or like robotic creatures that can actually, walk upstairs, don't have that deficiency. I have never given that joke up, and I will never give that joke up. So that was pretty cool how they did that, and one lady that captured Doctor Who, she was like, once you become the Dalek creature, you sort of lose human emotions, it seems, and she's like, well, yeah, I do have that. When Doctor Who asked if she can actually feel, because she seemed to feel up on the surface, and she's like, well, that's just something I do when I need to infiltrate. So I found that very cool. So, all in all, there's a shitload of stuff I did not mention, and it was full of awesomeness. This was definitely a great beginning of this season. This was really worth the wait to see this episode. Now, hopefully, the rest of the season can hold up, as hopefully the Christmas special will be better than last year's disaster. And it was my first Christmas special, and yeah, it went well. It was interesting, but it wasn't, yeah. Oh, on one. And the next episode is, of course, going to be the one entitled Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. So, all in all, Doctor Who Asylum of the Daleks, very interesting. I highly enjoyed it. I was like, yay, and I was sort of getting teary-eyed during parts. It was so awesome, and what made it a little maddening is that I was trying to talk to me, and I was watching Doctor Who, which basically meant it was like, woo! And so, that's it. Asylum of the Daleks, excellent start to the season. I'm Jashikins, owner at jashikins.blogspot.com. My Facebook page for, Jashikins is facebook.com/Jashikins fan page. My Twitter is Jashikins. Wow. My Tumblr is Jashikins, where feel free to ask me any questions you want to. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, yada, yada, yada. Yada. And that's really it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, and thank you. And if you're watching this on my blog, hi! Thank you just for watching, and please share amongst your friends. And until next video, goodbye.